What is up, guys? Basic Battles here, and today I have a little bonus video after the UFC 330 yesterday. Islam Makhachev broke the win streak, 17 straight wins. He broke Anderson Silva's streak, and he defended his title against Ian Gary. And now he has some contenders waiting in the wings for him, Notably, Michael Morales and Carlos Prates. Now there's a huge debate going on about who should get the next title shot. In my opinion, I think Carlos Prates deserves it over Michael Morales, I think Michael Morales, stylistically, I think he is a tougher matchup for Islam Makhachev. He does come from a wrestling background. He is undefeated. He is much bigger than Islam. He's even bigger than Prates, He has great power in his hands. He is quite fast. And like I said, that grappling base could help him against Islam. Help him defend takedowns, keep it on the feet, and then land some bombs on him. We've seen size be a trouble for Islam against Ian Gary. It is tough to hold these welterweights down. And Morales could definitely pose a lot of big problems for him. But I don't think just stylistic matchups should decide the next title shot. I think Carlos Prates, even though he has lost to Ian Gary, I think he 100% deserves the next title shot. His resume in his last 3 fights is just over the top better than Morales, Since UFC 322, Islam, Carlos, and Michael Morales all fought on that same card. All won in dominant fashion. Carlos Prates, he knocked out Leon Edwards on that card. Michael Morales knocked out Sean Brady. Now, out of those 2 wins, you could obviously say Sean Brady is the better win over Leon Edwards. Now, Sean Brady dominated Leon. Right before that, he was next in line for the title. But since that moment, Carlos Prates also dismantled JDM. He knocked him out in 3 rounds in his home turf, in Perth, very easily when he was the #1 ranked guy. So that's 2 former champs that Carlos Prates has knocked out, finished badly in his last 2 fights. Michael Morales has not fought. By the time he would even fight Islam, it would be over a year. And it'd be, if Carlos Prates does get the title shot over him, it would be nearly 2 years of inactivity for Michael Morales. Now, if it was me booking the fights, this is how I would do it. I would give Carlos Prates the next title shot in December or early 2027 in January, at the latest February, and then Islam could fight Michael Morales. Or, like I said, this is how I would do it. I would give Michael Morales Ian Gary during that time. I'm sure Ian Gary, he loves to stay active. The only reason I think he hasn't been fighting is because he's been doing the same thing Morales and Prates are doing now. Is because he's been waiting for his title shot. Now that he's got it, was a very competitive fight. I still think he deserves to be right up there in the title picture. I wouldn't even mind an Ian Gary rematch at some point with Islam. I don't know if Islam would take that fight because of the problems he posed. And he ultimately did get the win against Ian Gary, and there are a lot of welterweight contenders. So maybe he would want Michael Morales over them. But I would give Carlos Prates the next fight, and then I would get Ian Gary, Michael Morales for a #1 contenders fight. I don't think the win over Sean Brady, who is #6 in the division right now, while it was a great win at the time, I think it has been a little bit devalued over the last few months. Now, obviously, Sean Brady could change that. He fights Gabriel Bonfim, top 5 opponent, in his next fight. So obviously, he could instantly become another contender for Islam in the future, or whoever becomes champ again. But yeah. So yeah, in my opinion, Prates is the fighter who should get the next title shot. It should be Morales versus Gary. I do not think they will do that. I think what they're going to do, I think they will give Prates the next title shot, but they'll just wait on Morales. So that's just my opinion. You guys tell me your thoughts on the matter, and thank you for watching. And yeah, have a good day, y'all.